Hey, Melody here, and I realized something the other day. I never really introduced myself, so here goes. Hey everyone, I'm Melody. I'm a keynote speaker, workplace trainer, policy and corporate consultant, advocate, and a disruptor of domestic violence. I think in a way, most of my adult life, I've been a disruptor, challenging the status quo and questioning why things are the same and why we can't choose to do something different. Growing up, I saw and experienced things that even at the time I didn't think were normal. Arguing, yelling, fighting. That's not normal, but I didn't have the tools to do anything about it. And as a child, I just saw too many of the women in my family experience relationship abuse. And some of the men in my family caused the abuse. I remember at one point saying that I would never experience that would never be me. Unfortunately, it was. For nearly 3 years, I experienced mental, emotional, verbal, physical, financial, and legal abuse at the hands of my boyfriend at the time. It truly was one of my worst experiences. Initially, I didn't think I was in an abusive relationship. I just thought we argued too much and things got out of hand. I didn't know what to do and had become kind of isolated that I wasn't sure who I could turn to. I had family and some friends, but I was embarrassed about what I was going through because I've always been seen as the strong one. Eventually, I had enough and I took the necessary steps to leave, but it was not easy. In another video, I'll probably share like what it was like trying to leave an abusive relationship because it's never how people think it is. After it finally ended, I thought I could just go on with my life, but I was changed forever. I didn't see things the same way. Initially, I would journal about it because I couldn't afford therapy. That turned into blogging, and then that turned into being asked to speak about it. I've been sharing my story since 2017 now. What also happened is I reflected on what helped me during that time and also what hindered me. What helped? Having a supportive work environment. I was able to take time off for court dates, and my colleagues would be helpful as well. What hindered, I was not making enough money. I made about $20,000 per year, and I knew that I just couldn't stay at that number. Thankfully, I was able to positively advocate for myself and secure a promotion and raise at my job at the time. What eventually happened was other survivors started talking to me and sharing their stories. I began to read the journal articles and research about domestic violence. I joined Facebook groups and started to see a few patterns emerge. One, while the workplace is often an escape for victims and domestic violence is attributed to nearly 27% of all workplace violence incidences, many organizations did not have policies in place to support them and protect all employees. Two, Black survivors experience domestic violence in different and often harsher ways than most other groups, especially white women. Yet those are not the stories we hear often. Three, finances are often the main reason a survivor stays in an abusive relationship. They don't have the money to do so, to even leave. This is often because of financial and economic abuse. And four, the stigmas and biases surrounding domestic violence keep survivors in hiding, and families, friends, and communities are impacted. So here I am discovering, implementing, trying, and creating new ways to disrupt domestic violence. My hope is that my videos will get to everyone to look at domestic violence differently, to understand that it impacts all of us. So I hope you'll join me on this journey and become a disruptor too. Thank you.